Hello, everybody. I am David Dawson here, and welcome to the next episode of the Lounge Podcast. I'm David here, and I'm here with my co-host, Jordan Little.
It's good to be here. Last night was a very good night for me, especially in regards to my longest live reaction live stream I've ever done in regards to a AEW pay-per-view or wrestling pay-per-view in general. So it's pretty good to actually start off on the right foot. And with us at this time is our special guest, Chris Kennedy.
Ooh, yeah, yes, my arms are so.
Kennedy.
Thank you so much for that introduction, Jordan Little. Yes,
Yep. And
Kennedy, like it's meant to be said.
Yes. And also, I have turned on the live chat. Oh, hello there, Luke. How's it going with you? We're doing good. And hello to you too, Connor.
yep.
Yes.
Hopefully we could probably do, the Bird Call podcast sometime in the near future, if Alec can get the laptop and all that. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, how you guys doing? Welcome to another exciting edition of the Lounge Podcast, episode number 3. And yeah. I think it's about time we get started.
Yep. So, due to some a little mistake on the last episode, we're not having the live chat on today because of that, and also for personal reasons. But maybe in the next episode next week, we'll have the live chat on. And then, if you're watching this, and also Brandon Gasper, if you want to communicate with us, just DM us on Facebook. Same for everyone else if you're not using Discord. Because Jones said it, we had some personal issues with the live chat.
Oh yeah, not just live chat, but with those who try to come on and even lie to us too, which is pathetic. But we're not going to get into full detail for that one.
Nope.
Because we're not going to give anybody, the benefit of wanting to get attention. So, but with that being said, you're ready, I'm ready, Chris is ready, and I think we're gonna have hopefully. Wait a minute. Okay, I thought the notification popped up on my phone. Anyway, so yeah. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first in my first topic. If you guys haven't seen my latest video from earlier today, about half ago, I just made the Internet Archive account, and if you guys don't know what that is, Luke uses it. It is a place where it captures, data from websites in the past, and also you can upload your videos on there. So that's what I started doing today. I'll be doing some behind the scenes stuff and also some never before seen content as well. So yeah, I won't upload every single day on there, of course, but at least twice a week. Whatnot depends on my schedule. So there you go. So follow me on any archive at Dave 3000. So there you go. Yeah, that's it for my first topic. Let's go to you, Jordan.
Okay. Oh, by the way, Luke Jeffers just said, as I am currently exporting as we speak for LJP CBM Reacts episode 420 on Purple Rose podcast, episode 13 as we speak. Wow. Purple. Oh my God, that's a joke that's been used too many with purple. Anyway, yeah. I'm gonna say that this coming Thursday, regarding to Rant and Rave podcast, we're gonna actually have David 3000 on there in regards to the main event topic, and in regard to something, a matter that's gone on around his neck of the woods. Now, I'm not gonna give out too much detail, but just to clarify, this topic will be kind of interesting to talk about because it's around his area, and it's revolving around his school, and on top of that, every sense of the word is like crazy. And I hope, there's more, information that comes along during that, of what's going on. But yeah, but just so we're clear, nobody's hurt, nothing. That's all you need to know. Now the rest is need to know basis. Mm-hmm. But anyway, Yeah, I think that's going to be one for a topic for that. Who wants to go next?
Chris will go next, actually.
I'll go next. Okay, thanks, David.
Yeah.
And with that, David, I would want to say that two recently, one of two popular, well-known people's birthdays in the world of broadcasting. That is, broadcasting legend Bill Cullen turned 100, or would have been 100,
Hmm.
on or whatever you want to think of it as, on
A
February.
century?
Yes, he's a century old. Yes. February 18th, 1920 was his birthday. And apparently he had lung cancer and he succumbed from that on July 7, 1990. And it was very awful. He had
Yeah.
his wife named Anne, who he was married to for about 35 years or so. And he, the original host of The Price is Right. He hosted he was the final host on The Joker's Wild back in from 1980, the fall of 1984 until 1986. He also hosted the $25,000 Pyramid in the 70s. He hosted a bunch of game shows that I cannot even. It's too many for me to count. I only know of the most popular ones: Blockbusters, Child's Play, Hot Potato, Decisions, Pilot. There's a number of them. How do you like your eggs?
How do you like your eggs?
Yes, that was on a public access game show in Columbus, Ohio, actually, and it was a survey game. One of the questions was, "How do you like your eggs?" All people at the mall saying scrambled. I like mine fried. I like mine poached with lots of ketchup, etc. It was kind of exciting and funny too. It was very hilarious, but the gameplay was exciting. And of course, the prize was an Atari 2600 Pong system or something like that. It was an Atari package, more like, I would say, rather than. I don't think it was a 2600, but it was more like a Pong package where you would play Puppy Pong and a bunch of other games.
Puppy Pong?
Yes.
That's funny. Puppy Pong.
That was a funny show, Jordan.
Yeah.
Sort of like Wordplay was a funny show, which I'm going to get in the next topic of mine, hosted by another nice gentleman who celebrated his birthday recently in the broadcasting world. That was one of two people I wanted to tribute. And if we have time later on, I'll get a little more into their shows and their funny times in life, funny moments, minutes, little that I can share. And I wish I would have met those two. One of them's still around. And his name is Tom Kennedy, who I'm going to mention later on in the podcast. And he turned 93 recently, February 26th. And I want to wish him the happiest and exciting birthday. I hope to meet him soon.
Yep. All right. It's time for our first topic, Chris.
That was for my first topic, yes, and I have one, which was Tom. Who wanted to go next?
All right, I'll go, and I'm gonna talk about baseball, Major League Baseball's prediction for the 2020 season. Now let me just see if I can find it on here, but try to let this load. By the way, if you have any questions, just put them in the live chat on my Discord server as well.
By the way, Jordan, I'm going to DM one of my spring break kids. Hopefully, I can be on R&R. I say, right, scrambled for me. I don't know what scrambled, he means by that, but okay. Oh wait, wait a minute. Oh, eggs. In regards to how do you like your eggs scrambled? Oh, okay, that's funny.
Yes.
That's what Connor says.
Who said that?
Connor says in the live chat, scrambled for me in regards to how do you like your eggs?
Yes, Connor has it right. I like mine scrambled and fried too, if you ask me to. So me and Connor have something in common, which is kind of good.
Yeah. Anybody who you have in common is actually, is my new best friend.
Yeah. Seems to be the general consensus as far as eggs is concerned. Everybody loves their scrambled, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's probably a common trait that some people like them scrambled, I guess.
Scrambled with ketchup or with butter.
It's like saying my cousin Erica likes her, potato chips with ketchup. As a matter of fact, she does. No joke.
Yes, and they had ketchup flavored potato chips. By hers made them.
Well,
did make them, and they sold them in restaurants, delis, and grocery stores even.
That's cool.
Yeah, well, if you're my cousin, you'd love it.
Yeah.
All right. So, I'm gonna tell you guys what my the Major League Baseball's predictions for the 2020 season. I found this originally I found this on somewhere, but I forgot about this. Gonna read this off of rotocamp.com. So here is the prediction. So for the AL East they predict that it's gonna be the New York Yankees 98 wins to 64 losses. Tampa Bay Rays 90 to 72. For the Red Sox 86 to 76. The Blue Jays 75 to 87. And for the Baltimore Orioles 61 and 101 for some reason. For AL East, they predict the Minnesota Twins will be 91 and 71. Cleveland Indians 86 and 76. The Chicago White Sox 82 and 80. Kansas City Royals 67 and 95. And for the Detroit Tigers 66 and 96. For AL West, the Team Astros 96 98 and 64. Excuse me, 98 and 64. Los Angeles Angels 85 and 77. Oakland Athletics 85 and 77. Texas Rangers 75 and 87. And the Seattle Mariners 66 and 96. For the National League, they predict the New York Mets is going to go 90 and 72. I agree. Washington Nationals 88 and 74. Atlanta Braves 85 and 77. The Phillies 79 and 83. And for Miami Marlins 70 and 92. For NL Central, Cincinnati Reds 86 and 76. I do agree. Chicago Cubs 85 and 77. Milwaukee Brewers 83 and 79. St. Louis Cardinals, Danny's team, 80 and 82. That's what we call him, Danny St. Louis. Anyway,
well, he's from St. Louis. What do you expect?
And the Pirates 71 and 91. For the NL West, of course, the Dodgers 101 and 61. The Padres 83 and 79. The Diamondbacks 80 and 82. The Rockies 74 and 88. The Giants 68 and 94. So, what do you have to say about those predictions? Let's start with you, John.
Well, I think your predictions are pretty good, but
this is off from a website.
Oh, the predictions from a website, but not your own.
Yeah,
make your own predictions, dude. That'd be good, because to think of, you've seen Pain and Game Pick'ems. That with Lucas, I'm telling you, he actually, him and his his crew, whoever it is, they do this like every now and then, and they actually predict who could win in regards to points and all that. And sometimes they're right, sometimes they're wrong, or maybe they're right and their points are not, accurate.
Mm-hmm.
However, at the end of the day, I will say that it's pretty, it's pretty something for you, because I'm surprised the Astros are still in MLB despite the controversy they pulled. Or better yet, any baseball team that pulls that kind of shat.
Yeah. But
anyway, yeah.
That's it for my second topic here. Next one is going to be about Wheel of Fortune, but we'll get to that.
Oh, cool.
My
alley.
Yeah, well, not mine. I'll say that right now.
Oh, wow.
David knows what I'm talking about in regards to, not the show, not the TV show, but another Wheel of Fortune that I really don't know if, oh, God.
Oh, yes. I should talk about that. Anyway, what's the next topic?
Or maybe I'll talk about it since I'm the one who went through the trauma. At least I think I did. I'll have to look back. But anyway, so, yeah. I think the next topic is going to be on Oh, okay. Oh, well, I'll reply to that in just a moment. But anyway, yeah, my topic is going to be on the differences in knowing of trying to book the right wrestler to be in the main event. So you want to talk about something? This is what I believe. Now, I'm not going to spoil things of what happened on last night's AEW Revolution, but the one thing I will say this right here, the way how they did that last night between Moxley and Jericho and the way how they presented it, that's how you book someone or wrestlers in a main event. But with the case of last week's Super Showdown, which I love to prefer as Super Slowdown, that event alone and that main event, you know how long it took Goldberg to destroy someone who could take curb stomps, other amounts of pain, sledgehammers, even debris. It took 3 minutes. Mox and Jericho went out for 22 minutes. And I didn't even dub that as match of the night. I dubbed the Young Bucks versus Kenny Omega and Adam Page's match of the night, because that stole the show right there. But at the same time, they're going to book a 53-year-old man who can't go for 22 minutes because of how old he is and because he wants to go hit quick and all that. Well, guess what? That really takes a lot out of a great match, because if you're so passionate about it, why not go longer just for the sake of the fans, to try and give them something memorable to remember you by? You look at Jericho. He went 22 minutes last night. And guess what? He did it with style, too.
True.
Goldberg, he can't. And they're actually, and I don't know, if they book Goldberg in the main event of WrestleMania 36, I swear to God, that will be like hell on earth for me. Because I just cannot stand it, where you think having a part-timer, let alone a 53-year-old man who can't go for 20 minutes unless he had 10 oxygen tanks on his back, or who can't go for an hour of wrestling and not have 20 oxygen tanks on his back and not get, tired out.
Yeah.
It's that's just how bad it is. So if they think that booking the main event for Mania will be like a 6-minute contest, I will be very, very disappointed in how it's done. But I do know this: Roman Reigns will be, whether Roman Reigns main event WrestleMania or not is irrelevant. What really is not satisfying is the fact that you're booking someone who hasn't even earned it. Look at Drew McIntyre. That's a guy who's earned it in a way, but yet he's going up against a part-timer in Brock Lesnar. But yet we don't know if he's going to take it off him. That's the problem.
True.
So, and then there's another match, which I don't think is going to steal the show. Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley for the NXT Women's title. That is a match I believe will not steal the show. it could be a great highlight of a match, but it won't be a show stealer. I know this. Why? Because Charlotte Flair has been depicted as someone who steals the show, but at the same time, there have been times where women have been like these women matches have not gone on as planned.
Yeah.
But
Hey,
yeah.
For you and Bren, things don't go that well for you for wrestling, like for your opinions.
Oh my God! Well, and our takes too, and our topics. Let me tell you something. It's not. It may be depressing, but at least we're speaking our mind, and thus, hence the reason why it's my baby, Rant and Rave podcast, and a show that Brandon produces for his channel for content, and a show that me and him mainly, co-host on.
Yep.
But yeah, that's just my take, because this is where I say here, you want to book some people in the main event pay-per-view, look at Moxley versus Jericho. That is how you do it. And people who are willing to do this full time. And Jericho's like 50 years old. He's still going on a full-time schedule. Goldberg, 53 years old. Look at the difference. I rest my case on how you book someone who's actually well fitted for a main event spot.
Absolutely. I agree.
And by the way, Luke Jeffers just said, hey guys, while you're at this subject with questions, I've been working on one more project after this stream is over. At that time, I would be watching Disney Plus after I do one more project. So this is going to be huge, big time. Okay. But yeah, that's the end of my topic right there. So now for Rant and Rave, I'm going to save my my ratings and reviews on the matches from last night, because you probably seen it on Facebook. Well, I don't want any spoilers, but still, I'm going to save that for Rant and Rave this coming Thursday.
Yeah, no spoilers.
No spoilers. Oh yeah, there's no spoilers because I put in the matches versus who, because Gary said specifically no spoilers. Well, it has been 24 hours yet, so I thought, you know what, I won't do any spoilers, but I will give my ratings on them.
Yes. So that's it. That is it for his second topic. What's your last topic, Chris, since you only have two?
We wanted to wish Tom Kennedy. I at least wanted to wish.
Oh my God! Wait! Luke just said "Rockabye Baby" on the treetop.
Ooh.
That's funny.
My God, yeah.
That's funny.
I wanted to wish Tom Kennedy a happy 93rd birthday.
Oh.
93 years old, as born on his birth date is February 26, 1927. And he shows like Wordplay was one of them, which was a comedy spin-off of the dictionary show game where you had to guess the right word. Selected the word. No, it was the right definition. You were given a choice of definition. You were given a series of definitions in the end game, and you had to guess the word associated with those descriptions. And there was another one. He did the Nighttime Price is Right, which was the new version back in 1985. And he hosted that for a season. And there were a limited amount of pricing games, but I love the Cullen version better than that version, because that resembles closer to the Barker version. And even by the 1980s, we've seen people one up other contestants, and that was no fair. That I hated. I hate when, now I'm going to do a rant of my own. I hate when the final contestant goes last in a one bid item and betters row, contestants row, one ups the previous player, even if it's her last turn. That has no chance of winning unless he's exactly right. Can't stand that. That seems cool. Strategy, I understand, but there should be a limit, like there was on the Cullen edition. Like you can bet in increments of $25 as you place your bid. You have to go higher than the previous player. There was another caveat to that too. They should revise that rule for the Barker version, but I don't know why they did not. That should have went in effect for the Dennis James and the Tom Kennedy version, but that's saying enough. And he also did Body Language. He also hosted Password Plus. Woo! Which was or as Ric Flair should have pronounced it. Woo!
No. Or as the network would pronounce it, Constance. Woo!
Woo! I know. But how can they say shh? But it was more like woo in excitement. I prefer the woo. Woo!
Or with Gary's version, her name is Constance. Woo!
That was his best show ever. Whoa! Because they had to race up a game board of puns. And solve puns was the last word usually, or close to the last word, saying the wrong phrase.
Wait a minute, Chris. Hold on just 1 second. Danny just said, hello, folks. Go Cardinals at David.
Yeah.
You're fool, Danny.
Continue, Chris. I'm sorry.
Hey, Danny, I hope your team uses technology.
Well, I hope they lose their Redbubble subscription too.
Okay. You have to correct the phrase in whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa! You have to. I should have pronounced it correctly. My bad, Tom.
Yeah, it's actually pronounced woo as in W-U.
W was the correct spelling, but you.
Oh yeah, that's the correct spelling for woo, but for woo and Constance Wu, it's W-U.
Yes, I know. And you had to correct the phrases as you went along the game board, and every square hit a phrase that had a wrong word in it, and you had to, with the blanks denoting the wrong word, and you had to correct that word.
Yep.
Chris Kennedy is 39 years old, and you would have to correct it to 37 going on 38, or 37 would be the correct answer. The word 9 would be in the blank, and you would have to say 7. And a Family Feud style clang would be heard along with Tom saying charge, and you would get up to level 6, and you would try to avoid blackouts, like they were called blocks, denoted by stop signs with the mascots hiding behind them. And the person who won 2 out of 3 games won the match, and went on to face the gauntlet of villains, which were Halloween characters on stage. Although, albeit they were like animated on jigsaw puzzle pieces, right? Giant jigsaw puzzles, and they were on stage. And the same concept, you would correct the last word of the phrase to make it simplified.
If I would join.
Yes. And then he hosted another one called Name That Tune, where you slapped your button. A famous song was played by either electronically or by the show's band leader.
Mm-hmm.
You would play little games like you spun a wheel and you would get paid money to add to your score. And then you would solve like, oh my God.
Yeah, there's an option where you can, showcase do a solo layout, on thing. Just like, watch this. Do it with Chris.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I like that. Yeah. And you can do David too. And
hey, you know what? This is what should happen when someone's talking. That's when it should be automatically like this. But when the next person talks, like you, for instance, Chris.
Yes, absolutely. Thank
you.
See,
that's how it works.
Yeah,
it's like Google Plus. Anyway, I don't like the solo layout. I just like it when we're all Brady bunched. That's all.
I love it when we're in squares, like in monitors throughout the board. Yeah, there you are.
Yeah, he removed me on purpose because I got at him last night because I was fooling around, which it was all just a joke. Hello, Lair.
Yeah. And now,
there he goes.
He did another show called 50 Grand Slam. Tom Kennedy did another show called Split Second, which was Jeopardy Inside Out.
What if it was called Banana Split?
I would love to call it Banana Split, but Monty Hall was thinking otherwise at the time, and I was not born. This was back in 1971. He created the concept for Split Second, which would premiere in March of 1972.
Yeah.
We also did You Don't Say, which was my personal favorite. It's Your Bet, which celebrities would bet on contestants' answers, or was it the other way around? I forget these little concepts that he hosted, which
Well,
were for their time. And he,
wait a minute, hold on. Luke Jefferson just said, yeah, but yeah, the exporting will take me 2 hours in order for me to upload. Okay.
yeah, cool. My favorite Tom Kennedy version was the Nighttime Price is Right. If it wasn't only for those one-ups, I try to enjoy the show.
One-ups as in mushroom one-ups?
No, I meant when contestants bid $1 more to give them no chance of winning.
Ah,
To use the unfair strategy and think for themselves.
okay.
Of course, everybody can win.
You do not mute me again, okay? Enough with the foolishness because he's trying to get out of topic.
I'm not muting anybody.
No, I'm talking to David here.
I know.
Him and his shenanigans.
Yeah, David Shenanigans. Yeah.
Hey, Jordan, I have the power.
Yeah, even though I was doing that for funsies last night, but even though the thing is, I didn't ban you from the studio, so not like some
Anyway.
people in the world.
You have to do a podcast about Gene Rayburn, even though he was a clown half the time.
Clown. Did he have the nose to go with it?
David, you're not as much as a clown as Gene Rayburn was. I'll give you credit for that.
Ooh. Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah. I like David better than Gene Rayburn. I'll tell you that right now. But
That's good compliments right there, David. I would take it.
woohoo, yeah. If I would be friends with one of the people, not Gene
All right.
Rayburn.
Oh, wait a minute. Jack just said yesterday, Jordan, you have one cool dad. Oh, thank you. I'll be sure to tell him that.
Gene Rayburn was very cheap on. He thought that the New Yorkers, which I don't think is true, he thought New Yorkers had better than Californians. I don't think that's true at all. I think Gene Rayburn had a warped mind.
A warped mind. Well, and considering the one-ups, he probably had a warp zone mind.
Yeah, I think Gene Rayburn would have won up the contestant on The Price is Right. And Roger, Dobkowitz should tune into this podcast. He would love to hear what I have to say.
Yeah.
Do a podcast with Roger. He's the man. And Tom Kennedy, I hope to do a podcast with on Twitch. And Tom Kennedy started his game show path right as he was doing radio. He started with Big Game, which was battleships using animals.
Oh, my God. Luke just freaking put it on the chat. You ready for this? Speaking of clowns, I'll show him clowns. And if you look on the Discord chat, he's got a GIF of a clown. I think a big one, coming out, and everything, which is freaking funny. It looks like Ronald McDonald's as if he was hitting hard times with that clown suit.
Rayburn
Yeah,
is
clown suit.
McDonald.
And Kyle White, how you doing, buddy? And he says, don't mess with Jordan Little. Exactly. I'm one bad mother trucker.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. It's now time for my next topic
I'll
here. And
I'll continue with Tom Kennedy after.
Yeah.
all right.
You go
All right. For my third topic, before I have to go for like 5 minutes, before while Jordan and Chris will do their next topics.
Feedback. Wait. Oh, okay.
Um.
Hang on, David. David, there's some feedback. Hold on. Okay. I don't see anything wrong. If it happens again, I'll tell you to back out and come back in. And there it goes. Oh my God! As soon as I said something, it happens. What the crap?
See. But he's
All
back now, yeah.
What?
Okay, I think it's good now.
Hmm.
I don't know what is up with StreamYard, or maybe the Wi-Fi.
Could be both, a combination of both.
Yeah. Anyway, continue, David. I'm sorry. I hate lags.
No, where are you going? Where are you going?
I'm not going anywhere. I just had a
No. What are you doing?
I'm not doing anything. I had to sit myself, you know, and set myself up right here. Anyway,
Jeopardy, my God. So Wheel of Fortune Jeopardy is getting renewed for 2022 and 2023 on ABC.
hey, David.
What?
Wendy Williams' career as a contestant on the uh, February 20th, 2020 episode of Celebrity Career Bucket Kickers. That's what Kyle just said.
I hate Wendy Williams with a passion. She's the devil.
For showing her true colors the way how she did that to Drew Carey's ex
Let's not get into that. Sorry.
I know. I just thought that was funny.
I know.
I think that brings light into the situation. But yeah.
So what I was saying before I was really interrupted,
you were laughing too. Let's be honest.
You were laughing, David. I know.
Anyway,
enough.
This person has regular parent game shows, Wheel of Fortune Jeopardy for 2022-2023 TV season on ABC owned stations, extending both shows for 3 more seasons beyond their current deals. And Steve had good percent for sales for CTD. Wheel of Fortune Jeopardy are 2 longest running shows on television, and for the good reason, said Hackett in a statement. They constantly deliver entertaining, timeless programming that the whole family enjoy together, creating whole new generations of fans. We're excited that they will continue anchor stations, lineups, delivering eyeballs and ad dollars to our partners for many years to come. Next month, Sony Pictures Television, which produced game shows, extended time contracts, and Wheel of Fortune hosts Pat Sajak and Vanna White and Jeopardy host Alex Brack through 2021-2022 TV season. And for Radio Passage, Jeff Vanna White, Alex Brack, renewed contracts through 2022. Renewing the 2 shows on ABC-owned stations were the shows aired in key access time slots on WABC New York, WPBI Philadelphia, and KABC Los Angeles, and ensures that both shows will continue for 5 more years. The 2022-2023 season will mark Wheel of Fortune's 40th anniversary in syndication and Jeopardy's 39th. The iconic game shows Wheel of Fortune Jeopardy have been fan favorites and mainstays in our ABC-owned stations television lineups, and Wendy I can't pronounce these names. McCann.
Well, while you're pronouncing them, how I just said, I still like Wheel of Fortune, but it needs some freshening up. Hopefully, Mike Richards will do some good things for the show.
And president of ABC on television stations groups. Our brands are connected in a positive way in our hearts and mind of our viewers, and we are excited to continue partners with Sony Television, Sony Pictures Television, and CBS Television distribution and deliver these quality programs to our audience. Said Owen. In the week ended October 21st, Jeopardy was the second highest rated game show in households and syndicated at 6.1, with Wheel of Fortune close behind at 6.0. Denver Mercury's Grammy Feud with the category at 6.3, although that show airs as many as 5 times a day on some TV stations, while Wheel and Jeopardy largely air only once per day. What?
Kyle just said, also Wheel needs a primetime special, Hot Diggity Dog It, which is Hot Diggity Dang It. That's funny, but yet it does deserve a primetime special. Maybe.
Yeah.
Depends.
Depends on the situation, of course.
Although Jeopardy has double runs in some markets, among daytime's key demographic of women 25-54. Women few leads the games and also the key at 2.6, while Real of Fortune comes in fourth in overall syndication at
What?
6 at 1.9,
Oh,
excuse me. And Jeopardy comes in fifth at 1.8. So that is the article about Real Fortune and Jeopardy coming to going to be renewed for 2022 and 2023 on ABC. Now, if you excuse me, I gotta do something for like 5 minutes. So Jordan and Chris talk about your topics.
sure. All right. Well, leaving a lot of weight on my shoulders here, man. Anyway, so yeah, I think the fact that maybe that's a good article right there. Regarding to the renewing of the things for Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy, I believe. What am I gonna do? I mean, I didn't prepare for topics to talk about, like on the fly with lists. You know what? Actually, I think I'll have something to talk about in regards to what came up regarding a game show, which is being into a certain board game. I'm talking about the recent release of the Card Sharks rebooted Card Sharks for a board game, which resorts to the same rules as the TV show that premiered last summer in ABC. So let me get this straight. So a board game a new board game for Card Sharks, and yet they want to have the same rules that apply from the show that has that format into the board game itself. Do you really honestly believe that anybody's going to follow the same rules with the board game? Because we all know how the game works. I mean, if you're not a fan of Card Sharks, and if you don't know what it's about, then you don't need to be playing it. But if you understand it more long enough, like I have, because I love the game, I really do.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, you don't have to adapt the same rules as that game show that came on this past summer, right? I mean, you could easily do the old rules better.
I prefer the older classic version myself in 1970.
Yeah. And by the way, let me just say this. Remember when I've already said this probably once or too many times. They don't bring out the $500 bonus, whatever, if you get all the cards, in one turn. But here's the thing. It's impossible to do it with 10 cards because you don't know which card will probably, whether it's a double or not. But at the same time, yeah. Oh, by the way, hey, Jordan, I'm your first player for Weekly Wednesday. Yeah, I'm talking about the recent release of what they're coming out with in regards to the newly refurbished Card Sharks, premiere from like this past summer. They're reverting into a board game. You seen that recently?
I don't think so.
Someone posted that in the network community one time, and
Please send me it on Facebook link.
Well, I'll find when Chris gets to his topic, of course, but I'm just going to continue on one. But anyway, so I just don't understand. And if you were to add those back, that would make the show a little bit better for the contestants in general. And also, then there's the push rule. They got rid of that. And then, you know what? That's the thing here too. You could bring the push rule into the board game if you wanted to.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, nobody has to follow the stinking rules. And this ain't, oh my God, it ain't the 70s, Card Sharks. This is sure, I love the originals, but at the same time, come on, who are you trying to bullshit here, really? I mean,
actually,
we love old school, but not that old school.
And actually, Jordan, speaking of Card Sharks, I'm going to rant about a certain version of Card Sharks on Rant and Rave this Thursday.
Okay. is it the one I'm talking about? It's being rejuvenated to a board game like the one that came on this past summer, or is it a different version of Card Sharks?
It is the night from 1990s.
Oh, okay. Well, that's going to be interesting for you to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, so yeah, I just hope the board game itself. I'll think about buying it, but still, if I were to buy it, but then again, I don't know if I will because I like my version of Card Sharks better because I need to get myself 2 more decks of cards, another red, another blue. Why? Because I need 4 more
Ask,
Joker cards.
ask your parents for they have money.
Yeah, well, they're not going to waste their money on Redbubble. I'll say that right now. Anyway, so at the same time, yeah, that's what's going to be happening in the later future because I do know this. If I were to purchase the board game, I would not play by. I don't know. Will we play by the rules? Maybe, but if I were a betting man, I'd do the rules of how it should really be played.
I think you should get the board game and use your own cards.
Yeah, or at least do my own version better because I don't need a board to help me out. I mean, I could do that. I could do that with my table in there and do a lot other hot dang things.
Hmm.
In fact, I need 2 more.
And also, Jordan, I'll help you edit your Card Sharks series.
I just need another red and blue deck just to get the 2 of each Joker cards from each deck, so I can put it to one deck myself. That way there'll be the 4. There'll be 4 Joker cards instead of 2, so that way there's no uneven playing field. You my Joker card rule.
Yes.
But yeah, that's gonna be it for right there. Will I purchase the board game? Maybe. It all depends. But at the same time, yeah. But as for Joker Sharks, yeah, I think as for Joker Sharks, my kind of the game show that I would actually, custom make, I think I'll make that into a series after I'm done with Weekly Whammy Wednesday because I want to make Weekly Whammy Wednesday a seasonal thing like yearly. But as for Weekly Whammy Wednesday, but as for Joker Sharks, as soon as I'm done with the tournament and reach to episode 13 of Weekly Whammy Wednesday, I'll try and see what I can do about Joker Sharks.
And I'll help you make the episodes.
If I will buy it with lemon drops and gumdrops and what a rain that will... Jeffers freaking really enough with the it's preschool songs. I love this guy.
Me too.
Oh my god. Anyway, Chris, you got something to continue on regard to the Tom Kennedy?
Yes. I just wanted to say that he also hosted Dr. IQ in 1958, right after the big game. Or as they call it, big game is supposed to be called, the battleship game. Dr. IQ is based off the radio game where they had announcers walk up to the audience and find contestants, and they would give them silver dollars or Mars bars for correct answers. It was just a straightforward trivia show, and they would play with the home audience too, where they would spin a wheel and they would give them that silver dollars or Mars bars. And he did a couple of pilots called based off of Show Me or Show Offs, Super Show Offs, whatever that game was called, based off of body language. He did another one based off all of those shows. It was called Star Play. That's it, Star Play. And it was You Don't Say based off of charades.
All right.
And then he did another one called Eavesdroppers, and then he finally hosted another one called Higher or Lower, which was with grocery items, clock game, and its own show. And he also he didn't host it, but he produced the concept, which sold in England, actually, titled Joker in the Pack, when they reproduced it. Looked at one on imdb.com. It was called Joker in the Pack. It was on the BBC in England, UK, London. They produced a couple of episodes, I believe. Tom created it in the US, I think. He sold it to somebody overseas. He shipped it to possible independent stations in England and Italy and the Netherlands, and whatever.
That's
He
cool.
expanded his horizons to make a success for himself, and he did, which was a happy ending. And he never retired. The phone stopped ringing, and for the most part, they said they can't use him to host anymore. Well, I tell you this, Tom, when I can, I'm going to get you more projects. Maybe on Twitch, we could do something together. If you're up to it still, I can teach you how to use Twitch, and I can set you up. Maybe your nephew or your children can help you. I'm just your surrogate child, Tom. Surrogate son.
Whoa,
surrogate father.
Wait a minute. Feedback. Oh,
Testing.
where's it coming from? Wait, no, I don't hear nothing. Okay.
Okay, we're good. Yes. You know the phrase surrogate father, right?
Yeah, I think I do. Only I doubt the father is going to be the one that's pregnant.
Oh, no, surrogate mother, but surrogate father means like adopted father or father's name, or you just select him as a father. And they want to show them beneath. You want to take care of you. They want to show them beneath their path. They want to take you and they want to mold you into a success. That's what I mean.
Just sent you the link, David, and yeah, I hope in regards to what I saw and heard about, yeah. Anyway, but continue, Chris.
End this game.
Yes. So I'm sorry, I was checking a message.
Yeah.
So yeah. So.
Oh, so this is the website. This is the website about endless games.
So I hope you check out my Tom Kennedy podcast on Twitch, Jordan, David, and Friends out there, which will be coming in March or April, depending on how fast I can cobble up some material. Maybe faster than that. And my Twitch channel is... Can you hear me out there?
Yeah.
My Twitch channel, follow me on Twitch at Chris Kennedy. No, it's not Chris Kennedy at all. It's go to Twitch TV, right? And search
Twitch.tv.
Yeah, and search me under Retro Media Vision. That's my channel name. All one word, one single word. Retro Media Vision. Click the follow button by clicking on the heart and you're there.
Yep. And by the way, John, this game looks pretty cool in my opinion, and I might actually get this game because I'm planning to do my own Card Shark series in the summer.
Yeah.
I must tell you, David, I might do Blockbusters, Card Sharks, the nighttime prices, right? And when I do Card Sharks, it's going to be a combination of the Jim Perry, Bob Eubanks version.
Yeah. I get
Mm-hmm.
some is better than nothing, I suppose.
And I might throw in the prize cards on special episodes from Rafferty's version. If you're grateful.
Rafferty's?
Yes.
I didn't know that was the name.
He did the syndicated version. They had prize cards in the main game deck.
Oh yeah, there was a syndicated version.
Yeah, you have to find prize cards. You won them if you won the match. I might make it so you can win them if you win the game.
You know what? I'm actually surprised Who Wants to Be a Millionaire is actually going to come back to, I think, was it ABC, I believe?
ABC, I think. Yeah, that network.
ABC is getting a shite ton of game shows. I mean, we're getting Pressure Luck, now Card Sharks, and now Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I mean, Supermarket Sweep too.
Yeah, I heard Jones wants to produce some episodes this year.
Dang, dude. Well, I think the whole nostalgia of game shows, they're just into that to try and bring back because most things in life are so boring, vanilla.
The court shows, the detective shows, the cop shows, the news shows even. We don't want that crap. We want game shows.
Yeah, I mean, sure, we love some Law and Order now and then. Okay, that's fine. But guess what? Right. Sometimes we want to watch something that's fun and exciting.
I want to see good, clean, fun, and exciting episodes, shows. Like,
Well, don't expect cleanliness, but okay.
I like cleanliness. I remember, it doesn't have to be all clean.
See what I'm talking about? In fact,
Make it
oh my,
not like Family Feud, Steve Harvey.
oh my God. Hey, you want to talk? Hey, you want to talk about people in regards to Family Feud? Look at my mom watching the Family Feud in regards to Richard Dawson. You want to talk about who's dirty? Look at him kiss women like every time they're on stage.
That and Steve Harvey condoning the P word every time somebody says it.
P word. Wait, hold on. Wait. Let me type this in the private chat, and just don't repeat it, but give me a yes or no. Hold on.
Is it this one?
No.
Is it? Well, does it relate to this word?
Yes.
Okay. I cannot wait. They actually say that on the show?
Yes.
Jeez Christ, dude. I mean, like, what the?
Low class.
The Steve Harvey version.
Steve Harvey saying that? Oh my God.
No.
Okay.
One of the
Anybody don't say people saying that and just has to suck it up.
How? Oh my God! Don't even put in the word "suck it up" and that word I just put in the private chat trying to ask you. Jeez. Anyway,
suck it up means deal with it.
The thing is, okay, you know what the difference between Steve Harvey and Richard Dawson is now? Richard Dawson doesn't have to say sexual innuendos, but yet even though he does kiss a lot of women like as if he was Flair. But however, with Steve Harvey, now I'm seeing now I'm hearing all this. Now I can see why freaking Kyle White doesn't like his pansy arse and him that big arse mustache. And Luke Jeffers just put up a GIF of Steve Harvey going like this, like hold on.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the look of someone who's done effed up.
Now, when I was a young boy, when I was a little boy, when I was a kid, I always wanted to host Family Feud like Richard Dawson or Ray Combs.
Those are good hosts. Even though I could say things about Richard Dawson being like he's got to stop kissing women, otherwise he's gonna get a sexual harassment lawsuit or. But anyway, back then it wasn't a big deal as it is now.
I know, and that's how dumb society has become. I know how sensitive the women are, but I think it's being overplayed.
Yeah, or over-triggered, mind you.
And it's sad.
Oh, saddening, yeah.
And that's how I have a hard time getting a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Women, I have choice words for them, most girls, but I'm not going to say them because I'm a gentleman.
Yeah, and that's what most people don't want to have nowadays is a gentleman.
Is that down of that was Chris's topic, right?
Yeah, that was Tom Kennedy. Right. We got into game shows.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about our fourth topic now. This app called TikTok.
This is why, I'm not even going to say it because I don't want to go too like MA with this because I'm not saying that word. But anyway, continue.
No. What word?
If I put in the private chat, will you promise not to read it out loud? Because you shouldn't say it.
It's a gentleman thing.
Moving on.
Okay, moving on. Oh yeah, now you want to move on.
Oh my God, David!
Go ahead.
Oh my God, move on. Anyway, so if you don't know what TikTok is a crazy app nowadays where people sing to songs but like lip syncing, and I don't know why it's so popular nowadays. It's just an app, but
well, actually, you want to know what was popular before TikTok?
What?
Vine.
Exactly.
Vine, yes.
In fact, that's what people say TikTok is, and you know what I say? Bullshite.
Yes, bullshite.
I don't believe that. I do not believe that TikTok is a spiritual successor to Vine. I'd rather have Vine than TikTok.
I should probably make a Vine account.
Well, you can't because they stopped doing Vine like a couple of years ago because Twitter owns the rights to Vine. But however, they did change things to Vine to the app known as
Hey,
Vine. They call it the
TikTok
Vine.
is.
They call it the Vine camera.
Yes.
Good God.
Hey, TikTok is. Speaking of Vine with Twitter, Instagram is with TikTok, sort of.
We just hit the 1 hour mark.
Very
Yeah.
good. I like that.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh my God. Jeffers is at it again. TikTok. Look at the GIF and you'll see what I'm talking about. That is hilarious.
But this show is done showing some pictures of all the GIFs that.
Yeah. Well, you can look at them with yourself on Discord if you want. I mean, it's in the chat.
Yeah.
You don't have to say anything. You're sure you're not active on there, but that doesn't mean you have to respond to nothing.
Yeah.
Anyway, I mean, after all, it all depends, really.
So, all right. So, if you guys don't know, so what TikTok has done is, they put a little time limit code
Oh crap!
into the
Hold on.
thing.
There's some feedback. There's some feedback here and there, David. What do you mean, like time code? What are you talking about? Are you talking like a time limit for when you do a video on TikTok or something?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Testing.
Testing 1, 2, 3. I need to go pee. Okay, I think it's better. So yeah, is it like a time code? Is it like a time limit? Like you say, like what, 5 to 7 seconds of a video?
No, it's basically people are apparently addicted to TikTok, and what people sometimes do, well, mostly parents, they put a password code into the app for how many minutes they could be on it. And I just want to say that I don't know why they could be so addicting to TikTok, because you don't know people on there. Like, if I have a TikTok, I'll just follow the people I know who are on there.
Yeah, maybe same here. If it were worth my time and my patience, of course.
Yeah, but and also,
and by the way, did you say how many minutes someone can be like either do a video or be on TikTok?
Just be on the app in general.
Okay.
Like, you can pick time. It says here you can pick times like 30 minutes, 2 hours.
Oh, you're talking like parental controls.
Yes, sort of.
They did the same thing for the Switch too, which is funny. And the way how they present with Bowser and Bowser Jr., that's freaking hilarious.
Yes, they did that for the Nintendo Switch as well. And I just want to say, why are you doing this, kids nowadays? This is a little small rant here. I don't know why this rule nowadays is so, like, out of nowhere crazy, where kids nowadays don't like go outside or like play outside, use their imagination, or just like be like, just don't, like, people don't have life basically. And and
by the way, Luke just said, "Oh my!" And nowadays there's Byte, as in BYTE, since this past January.
Wow.
And let me just say this about social media. Social media took over the world.
I hate that when social media is like a vice now.
You want to know a vice? Yes, like a drug. You want to know something that there's like a lot. I know there's some people out there that don't even use social media. As a matter of fact, they don't even use. They don't even use like.
What do then?
What do they? What do they do then? I'll tell you what they do. They just sometimes live life like they could live in a cabin somewhere, out from the middle of nowhere and not be disturbed. There's some people like that. And they don't have to deal with social media because they don't have to deal with the drama. They could still they could watch some TV if they could pay the provider and all that. And they could just, live normal lives without it. I mean, sometimes social media isn't the gateway to, to life, but it is a gateway of making some friends. And it's also a gateway of making some enemies.
That's true. Do that. I must say now, if I had it my way, I would live life like 1975 again, the year 1975, where we didn't have. Because sometimes I get so sick of my smartphone and my computers that I just want to go out to eat or go to the park.
Or use the restroom.
Yes, I just want to go to sleep sometimes. I don't want to be bothered with a computer. But meanwhile, today, in this age, computers is a simpler way to do things.
Yeah.
And I wish I could use the old school technology like we had back in the day, which was so much simplified. And I just appreciate talking to people on the telephone or using a video chat that's so cheesy and old school. And you just record your video message and you send it bit by bit. It wasn't even in real time back then in the 80s and 70s and 60s or whatever, but you would just take like a video on tape and they would send it to the person you were trying to talk to and you would go back and forth. I think that's how it went.
That's kind of like what Snapchat chat is all about too.
Snapchat and
yeah, like sending a video to someone and then they send you a video back of chatting back and forth and maybe craziness and all that.
Yeah, that was kind of fun. That's how the way to get a date in the 80s. I tell you that much.
Mm-hmm. No,
I wish days would come back. I'm sorry, David. Go ahead.
Is right. I just don't know why. See, with social media nowadays, that's why people are. Let me just say, depressed nowadays.
Oh yeah, totally.
With trolls and drama, basically. That's it.
Yeah, whether it's trolls or basic internet drama, especially from some certain people and some that you don't have to mention by name because they don't deserve the benefit of being, honored or mentioned. But still at the same time, I've been doing this internet crap for like over a year now, and guess what? I made a lot of friends and I made some enemies. And guess what? I'm still kicking in there. And you know what? The thing is, I'm not going to say I'll rely on social media as my gateway for communication. Sometimes I like my peace and quiet here and there. David knows how it is with me, even though he does love to, some message me a lot, mind you. But at the same time, at least, there's some common decency within society in regards to, some peace and quiet. And then there are times where there's some dramatic moments that come up where you need someone to talk to, and then you need to be there at a moment's notice. But
that's why I'm taking a break on Discord until around April 15th.
Mm-hmm. Wait. Jeffers just did another GIF, and another Risa says a jokes edition of this one. Listen to this. It has TJ, I think it is, or PJ. I don't know what. Yeah, he says, imagine it, guys. When you're a kindergartner, you eat whatever you want, drink whatever you want. Wow, okay, that's pretty funny.
And also, that's why I don't really pay attention. One of my New Year's resolutions is, it's March, is that, just be myself and be happy. You just don't, pay attention to drama and news and everything. Except if it's, regarding myself.
Or a certain, group that's been that bothers us or something. I don't know. Ah, crappy.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, now you're back to normal.
Okay. Come on, Streamyard, you fool. I just don't know. Yeah, that's basically it. So, um, yeah, that is it for that topic. Now time for your fourth topic, Jordan.
Well, after this one, we'll probably have to end the show soon because I just got
Well,
lunch
actually,
brought.
I
Lunch,
actually need to interview Chris later.
yeah,
Want to interview me? You could do it in a separate podcast later on if you want to. If you want to go in depth with me.
that'd be good. Maybe we could save that for next time. But my final topic to end this show, I believe, before I have to eat lunch.
We'll just see how it goes for
Yes.
this.
Yeah, my final topic, I'm gonna say that I'm really enjoying watching Disney Plus. I love watching some stuff here and there, especially in regards to the newly um revival of Star Wars: The Clone Wars. Still currently going through the arc where it's the Bad Batch arc, but I will say this though. If you guys have not already, go ahead and subscribe to Disney Plus if you want. It's $6.99 per month. That's $6.99. And also, if you really want to watch the Clone Wars revival season 7, then I strongly suggest you go to Disney Plus because that's where it's exclusively on. And yeah, and if you guys also want to watch other things like The Mandalorian, however, which I've already reviewed, which is in good taste, go ahead and watch that too. All 8 episodes are there of season 1. Season 2 will be in fall of this year, of course. And yeah, but also if you feel like you want to watch Lady and the Tramp live action, well, you can go right ahead because I've already given my review on that. So
Yeah.
And let me tell you, it was not pretty on that day.
And now it's time for the main event. Not ready.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's back. Okay, there we go. So it's now time for about 5 minutes or so. I'll be interviewing our guest here. That's why we have special guests here on the show. I'm gonna be interviewing Chris Kenny here. So, um, my first question is, what made you decide to make a Twitch channel?
Well, my friend Vanessa Marshall, Venessa Marshall is how you spell her name. She suggested it to me, and Remix Plum also goes by the name of Brandon Plum. He recommended it to me. He suggested that to me. Brandon Hands and a bunch of other folks like you, David and Jordan, Luke Jeffers. I followed your. I followed suit and went the Twitch way. And Twitch would be the only social media I would use on a frequent manner, along with Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
My main two, you can catch me on Twitch and Twitter. That's the only ones. I will be leaving Facebook one of these days. If it must be, I'm sad to say I'll miss all my friends. But that's why I know some of you don't use. I use Discord also. So I want to try to tie Twitch, RetroMediaVision.com, Discord, along with and Twitter together.
Hmm.
I want to make the package them so we can make the gateway to like fun and games, friendship, the way it was meant to be, and using old school technology or remaking the old school technology like they do at CBS Electronics. But I think Twitch would be a great package for me to a great package for me to outlet for me to produce my own content the way I want to produce it. And I hope to go to streaming methods still. Like I contacted Pluto TV, which is a free streaming television service, about my projects on Twitch. Hopefully they can connect with me early next week. I I'll let you know when I get a response. If I do, it might take a while. Might take a month or two.
That's cool.
I had a
All right.
yeah.
All right. Jordan, what's your first question for Chris?
My first question. So, oh my God. Okay. What inspired you to be a game show enthusiast?
What inspired me to be a game show enthusiast?
Yeah.
That's what you said, Jordan. Okay, great. Thanks, David. Uh, I watched game shows. I saw game shows since I came into the picture in 1982. Because I'm 37 years old right now. Going to be 38 in October, and I used to watch Price is Right, Pressure Luck, Pyramid a lot. The Pyramid. I used to watch a lot of Joker's Wild and Card Sharks, Tic Tac Toe, Family Feud, many versions of Family Feud. Those were my main ones. I stuck with Scrabble, Sail the Century. Now you see it 74, 75, and 89. I used to see so many of them to count. I don't remember half the shows, but I do remember Catchphrase and Starcade fondly. Those were my most two favorite game shows were Catchphrase and Starcade. And that inspired me, that made me want to create Video Game Challenge, which involves concepts of Catchphrase, Starcade, Nick Arcade, and Classic Concentration and Video Power.
Yep.
And I'll tell you a little bit about the concept that I created. Arcader was another one based off of Trivia Trap and Nick Arcade. It's an early 90s version of something that came screen in 1992 to you, when 91 or 92, when you turn on the system and you play your old Nintendo games, SNES, Super NES, and you comes out Saved by the Bell, something like you would go to NBC in Burbank and you would watch a show of Nick Arcade, and I come up with the concept based off of Trivia Trap. Made it more about nostalgic trivia, like retro trivia. You would have to guess true or false questions within the speed sprint round, right? There was 60-second sprint round challenge. You would bring in a Family Feud signal plays the face off, and you would guess right, and you would earn points. And the points that you win toward the video game would go to that score too. I think that's how it works. I have to refresh the rules and see the format and see how it plays. But this was the dancing competition, and the arcader game is where Jason Nadel's concepts come forward. Me and Jason Nadel created the whole concept together, but Jason Nadel was keen on dancing because he wanted game shows to be more physical than they are today. Likes working out, and I liked aerobics. I always loved doing aerobics since I was a kid in the 80s. Oh, I don't mean to go off topic, but a little sidebar for you, Jordan.
Yeah, that's interesting to hear.
Yes, I want to tell you, Jordan, and David also, and Brandon Martin, if you're watching, Brandon Martin, I want to tell you about this too, which I think you'll love. I'm going to do a fitness podcast with Kikio, hopefully sometime later in 2020.
Kikio, our woman, our girl.
Yeah, we're going to talk about how to do training for wrestling matches, like lifting weights, and I hope to meet her one day and go behind the scenes with her in training. Like, how does she keep in shape? Because I know she's like a larger girl, but she stays in shape so much.
She might be, in a sense, she might be big on screen on a screen, but she might be a different size when you meet her in person. You never know.
It's possible too. Very possible.
I always fall for that nostalgic, because when I was watching Rey Mysterio and I compared the size between him and Big Show, they looked so big on TV, but when I meet him in real life, wow, I didn't know they could be, that be this like more a little bit shorter than me, but
Yes, Another dude I want to meet is Ric Flair. That might be a little tough to do, but I'm gonna try to meet Ric Flair because I think Ric Flair is a legend and he would make a great game show host, especially the Whoa Show.
Oh my God, Ric Flair's a game show host. Oh my God,
Yeah, he would do better in time. I think
hell would freeze over if Ric Flair hosted his own game show.
yes, I would love that. Him and Tom Kennedy should co-host. Whoa. And me too. But that's how I got into game shows, by watching these. I know many millennials consider them old retired men hosting crazy shows. That's what most baby boomers and millennials think.
I'm a '90s guy. I was born in the '90s, so
I was born in the '80s. David was born in the early 2000s. But personally, I think there's a niche of us millennials and baby boomers out there also in the Cold War era and whatever. The senior citizens, I mean, and Generation Xers and millennials. There's a niche of us that love these game shows that were a part of our childhood and now are coming back the wrong way, however, but some are done right, thankfully, still like Price is Right, Pressure Luck, or only two of them I can think of. Jeopardy maintained its format. Thank goodness. Still, I watch Jeopardy rarely, along with Price is Right. Those are the only two I watch on a regular shuffle.
Yep.
Price is Right to a lesser extent because I get up late sometimes. I get up as early as 5 o'clock in the morning, 5:15 in the morning. Actually, I only get up as early as 5:15. Sometimes get as late as 2 in the afternoon. But that's how I became a game show nut. You know, I love arcade games. I love video games, and video game challenges more like a 70s version of 70s, early 80s version of arcader, where you just sit in a basement type arcade and you play video games and you solve catchphrase puzzles that resemble classic concentration. It's sort of like I communicate clues to both teams, the red team and the white, which the white team could be a family pair or a married couple, and the red player could be solo or teaming up with somebody on the phone or on the internet. And they could be a team like that way, of the red team and the white team. They would ring in using their big signaling buttons to guess what I'm communicating to them. And the computer is trying to draw that the robotic Yorkie Teddy is trying to play charades in certain puzzles. Like he's eating a sandwich, right? What kind of a sandwich could that be? We see jelly, we see this slimy stuff that looks gold, and it's called peanut butter and jelly, PB&J. Initials, I could say something of that nature. And coming up with these puzzles is going to be something very exciting, along with the video game challenges.
Yeah.
And you race against the clock to be the best at the video game, right? I love doing interviews like this. I could do many more of these. We should do this again, but I would love to talk about more video game challenge as it comes along.
Yeah. We'll have it on. We'll have it on a future episode, like in the summer or something. But also,
Yeah, that
uh,
sounds.
yeah. Also, my next question is, this is my second one, I believe. Um, what made you decide to get your sound mixer?
I actually must have a good sound mixer. And I'm going to be replacing my studio soon. I'm going to be getting new equipment and some old school equipment too. But I got the Mackie because at the time I thought it would help my podcast sound appropriate. It would appropriate my podcast much better than it is. It would do stereo sound quality. It could do echo voices. And I use old school quality microphones such as this one, as you've seen before. And I'll show you another one of mine. And that creates the warmth. These are more condenser. I should be using more of ribbon microphones, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. By the case, if you're wondering, everybody, he got those microphones from eBay.
eBay, yeah, that's right. I bought them off an auction. The Price is Right microphone, as you see, Jordan, it costs $500, but they go cheaper sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like a guessing game when you buy them. You don't want to be ripped off. You don't want to be chipped. I see, and that's why I guess Alex Paris doesn't even have one of those yet. But I think it's a good investment to get if you find it for the right price.
I think he has one of those type of microphones that are like black and it's bendable, and then and then there's the fuzzy thing, and then like how a game show host would have.
Yeah.
Which is pretty, cool, and in retrospective, if you ask me.
Absolutely, yes. I'm trying to make my house also. Also, I want to let you know I'm trying to make my house a game show set.
God, your house into a game show set. That's funny and yet very cool.
I have the fitness center for the studio at Retro Media Vision, and it's going to be. We're moving. We're in the process of moving to either South Carolina or Pennsylvania or Florida or maybe Atlanta. I'm gonna probably move to Pennsylvania because my other best friend is moving over to Pennsylvania. I have more friends like you, David, in the north.
I actually live in South Carolina, dude.
Oh, cool. Maybe I'll get a second home in South Carolina or Atlanta. How is South Carolina, Jordan? It's good, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's pretty good over here. I mean, the weather, as you can tell, it's not pretty great in regards to the chilling air, but it's really good.
Chris, you should go to Atlanta.
I should go where?
Where Jordan is.
Gaffney.
What did he say? I can't hear you.
He said. Well, okay, feedback. Anyway, he said you should go to where Jordan lives, South Carolina.
Yeah, I know. South Carolina is an exciting place. I understand. Yeah. I don't know though.
That's his choice.
You should move in with Jordan.
I might. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I'm thinking of it. I could get a second home there. I know Nadel lives in Atlanta. My friend Jason Nadel, an executive producer.
I mean, you should be Jordan's roommate. That's what I'm saying.
There's no roommate for me in this house. I mean, I actually sleep on the couch, to be honest with you.
He has no room, I don't think.
I have a room. It just, there's a story behind that, but I'm not going to get into full detail because this ain't about me.
We can talk about it on private chat. That's no problem.
It's fine. It's no problem. I could just probably explain it another time, maybe in a rant and rape episode or something.
Yeah, do it for rant and rape this Thursday, Jimmy.
Exactly.
Or where I live, Georgia. That's what Luke Jeffers said. He said, or where I live in Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia. I love Georgia, Luke. I want to go there again. I've traveled past Georgia on my travels. I haven't really actually got a chance to savor the city and state. But I would love to travel more often and stay over people's houses and stay at hotels and help with the housework and everything.
Mm-hmm.
In return, I would say thank you so much for inviting me over your homes for the past 29 years.
29.
So that was my second question. We are just going to ask 2 questions here because it's a Sunday and Jordan needs to go to church. But
actually, there's 2 things. One, there's going to be someone different preaching tonight, and that means if there's a different person preaching other than my dad, then I'm not going. But if it's my dad, then I'm going. Now, I guess I'm free right now, but there's another thing. I have got to go pee very badly, so I'll ask a question so we can end this very soon. So let me see.
And the story of the day will be next week. Okay.
Yeah. Due to time considerations. Yeah. By the way, what's my second question going to be? Oh, I think I know. What's your view on Rant and Rave podcast and it's as a whole?
I love Rant and Rave podcasts personally because it makes you talk about what you want to feel personally. Like
Mm-hmm.
if I were to rant and rave right now, I would say I wish more people would email me because I get so lonely sometimes, and living by myself means like hell. I wish I would live. If I had my choice, if it was up to me, I would live with my Yorkie, who my family is, my mother in particular is taking care of
Mm,
because
Hey,
he's crazy and he can't be trusted alone.
mm,
Might eat up my apartment, so it needs to be traded more. So that's the main reason why. It's pretty much the whole reason why I it's hard to live with him right now. But we're training him.
yeah.
But I like ranting because and raving because it tells people how you feel, what's on your mind about the news. But my problem is Facebook won't let me express how I feel about certain things. Like it
Mm,
has to bemoan and complain. And it put me in Facebook jail in their jail, which means but I like other things such as my website because I own the site and I'm a paying customer. And sometimes when you pay for your own site, it's a better thing, you know? And I like Streamyard and it's a good thing, really much, to do the Rant and Ray podcast. And we should do more. I should do more. I should join you and Brandon and David, and we should all team up together.
yeah, we could all quadruple team up.
Yes.
um. So actually, my original plan for story today, it was just gonna be for like a minute story. And I'm gonna just say this. Um, a couple days ago, this is what happened.
Yes.
Um, I was just doing something, and my parents found out that my Instagram got hacked.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what happened with my Instagram was that there were um can't remember who, but it was I think it was Luke Jeffers. He sent me something like before this happened. He said like, "Look, like I made this just for you," and I was like, "Okay, hopefully it's not Redbubble or something." And then um I see I for some reason it said putting password it's something weird, but I don't know. But I saw when it is, I was like a picture of what exactly um what exactly what was there. But yeah, like I said, putting username and yeah, I have no clue what happened there. And then later on, you saw this, Jordan.
Oh yeah, it showcased my picture, the password, and all that, or whatever was going on. That's messed up.
I must say, there are a lot of issues with Instagram, and that's why I personally don't use it anymore for the time being, at least.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I don't know who caused this virus situation, but what happened? My contacts on Instagram messed up, but um, I'm like, what the heck?
Wait, hold on.
Is
Luke just
happening
Luke just said. Long story short, it happened to some Springcast people to to made me hack my Instagram account for some reason. After that, I was told by Lucas, the cool guy, that I just got hacked.
I just don't know why this happened. I had to reply people on Instagram just saying, "Oh, sorry, it's just my I don't know if my Instagram really got hacked. I think it just had a glitch."
If there was a glitch
But
or hacked, it doesn't matter. In fact, if it was hacked, let me just say this: if you want to have have an Instagram account, make one of your own. Don't hack into someone else's. It's not cool.
I know. Just
yeah,
get your own if you really want one.
mean, it's
Yeah.
not that hard to do. It's not. You don't have to pay for it. It's for free.
Exactly.
Now, the internet bill, that is not our problem.
Yeah.
Internet is the internet. I have no control over that.
Me neither.
I can't find a picture right now, but I might, talk about this on Rain Rave or something. But
Feel free. I'd like
Yeah.
so that's basically the story of the day is that my Instagram got in trouble, but I still have everything on there. Nothing too bad yet. Did you have a quick story of some, or is that it?
Nah, I'm cool.
All right, so hope you all enjoyed this format of the Lounge podcast. Not like the last two episodes where it was like only a half an hour, 40 minutes long. Every episode, I'm gonna try to stop going to the bathroom by making this an hour and a half episode.
Hey, when nature calls, man, nature calls. You answer.
Absolutely. I agree with that.
So I'm gonna try to make this show like an hour and a half long. Nothing but like 2 hours or 5 hours, not like that live stream we did with Bren. But yeah. So this is gonna be like an hour and a half show or 2 hours show every I'm gonna try to make this on Saturdays. If Torrent's available, hopefully. Hopefully there will be an episode this upcoming Saturday. That coming hour says no excuses.
Yes.
Heard that?
No excuses. I don't make excuses. I have reasons.
Quote unquote. Anyway, he told me that exactly when he said on Facebook.
Yeah, and I had my reasons as of yesterday, and I was exhausted too, mind you.
Yeah, I was a little bit, disappointed when he said that because I only made 2 episodes, but at least we got it today here on the Sunday. So
yes.
And as for my other podcast, there was Unhappiness podcast. I might do that this on air this week, but we'll see what happens because we have a lot of things going on, and also I won't be available for certain live streams until April, like I said, because of personal problems. But I will be available for not only for my podcast but for Rant and Rave only because we have some important stuff to talk about here. And one in particular, which we're not sure, but that's a different story, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
It was about those type of people we talked about before.
Yeah. You
You
don't even deserve any acknowledgement after all the hell they've raised.
But and I'm gonna try to make the show a little bit more like what some of his shows, but not exactly, but a little bit of recreation kind of. But that's why I want to make this interview segment and all that. So that's gonna end for this episode of Rant and Rave. No, the Lounge podcast.
You did that on purpose. I know you did. Yeah. That's going to be the end of this episode of the Lounge Podcast. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. If you dislike it, give it a thumbs down. Please be sure to leave some positive and polite comments down below. And also subscribe to David 3000. Hit the notification bell to be notified when he's going to upload a video or do a live stream like this one at all times. The same goes for Chris Kennedy and myself, Jordan Little. Now, if you excuse me, I've got to take a tinkle and I've got to eat my lunch. So have a great day, everybody.
Thank you, Jordan Little. We'll see you again.
And bye-bye, everybody.
Take care.